from Tulum. How are you all doing? I'll wait for you all to file in, the usual crowd. I've had a number of you wondering when the next live would be. I've been super busy lately, mostly just filming long form and editing videos, but I'm going to show you my favorite stay so far here in Tulum. I've stayed in Tulum a number of times and was never really a huge fan. Well, it's because I didn't know where to stay. So that's the theme of today's live stream and the next two videos. So I found basically the most gorgeous, complete package. What's up, guys? Good to see you all coming in, filing in for the night. So yeah, I finally found like a vibey place that checks all the boxes in Tulum. I wasn't ready to give up on Tulum. I know a lot of people love it. I just never found the right spot. And so this is the one. I've got this entire villa to myself. I'm not going to give away too many spoilers because the next two videos are basically on this lodging and how you can get a deal on it. Um, Fantastic place. I had to come, of course, check it out for myself before I can say, "Hey, this is the place." But I can thoroughly tell you guys, whether you're looking to just rent one unit for yourself or for you and your significant other or your family, or you have a huge event, this property could really check all the boxes. This is where I'm staying tonight, and I actually have access to the penthouse and the other units here. What's up, Dr. D Sunny? Everybody in the house, Greg Schiffer. Yeah, it's been a busy time. Belize, Isla, Mexico City, Tulum. I'm combining a little bit of rest and relaxation with a little bit of filming. And this place even has its own cold plunge tub outside. What's up? Young at 60 plus, Audrey in the house. Good to see you, Audrey. So yeah, this is the place for night one, and then I'm actually going to show in the next couple of videos. I'm going to show not only this unit but the penthouse and the other unit here and the overall property, of course, during the daytime. I just wanted to check in with everybody. It's been a while since we've gone live, and yeah, Tulum. Who would have thought that I would be down here wearing a big smile on my face in Tulum? Well, today also I found a fantastic restaurant. So good that I ordered two dinners. I had a shrimp ceviche. The staff was fantastic. So that will be featured in the bonus material of the next video. Also, I got a nice trim from Fidel there at La Malafama in Playa on my quick stop in Playa after Mexico City. But yeah, it's good to be back in. Hey, what's up, Tuvu? How you doing, my brother? It's good to be back in Quintana Roo, no doubt about it. Got this nice big king bed here, ready and waiting for a sleepy ropey. I actually did take a hammock nap down there. Hey, thanks, brother. Appreciate you. Tuvu always kicking down, contributing to the channel. All of you guys are just the best. Yeah, I took the best hammock nap in the world. Guys, I'm going to tell you one thing as I lay down here and rest my weary head for a moment. I'm going to tell you something. One thing that's an X factor for me that I love is when there's no cell signal, but you have strong Wi-Fi. And this place checks that box. So I sleep like a baby in these type places. Wi-Fi is strong enough that I can live stream and I can edit, I can upload videos. But when I turn the Wi-Fi off, it's lights out. No calls or messages coming through. As long as I turn that Wi-Fi off on my phone, I'm completely at peace. So that's what I did. Uh, oh, for Steve, sorry, Steve. Oh, you mentioned what? You're talking about Renzo? Sorry, man. Complete. Okay. I don't know. That sounds weird. I've never had a problem with Renzo, but yeah, I saw your comment there, man. Um, Yeah, that's weird. I mean, I know he's got some personal stuff going on, that's no excuse, but he might have just been grumpy, and I'm sorry you had a bad experience at Renzo. He's always been kind to me. But anyway, guys, at least lucky for us, there's a lot of pizza places in Playa, so you can certainly take your pick and go to some other ones. But yeah, this place is fantastic, so I'll have the full video coming up on this place, but I do love the layout, the loft, and I think the mix of value and quality here is the most kind of shocking thing to me. And then also this part of Tulum is excellent. Um, this part of Tulum is insane. My plans here in Tulum are to feature mostly film this property and show and work. What I'm doing is working on a deal with the owner so that you all Rope Monster subscribers can directly book this place through a link in the upcoming videos and save on at least your first night. So I'm still in talks with the owner on what exactly we can do. But to me, the mix of location, price, quality, um, the amenities. There's even a yoga chalet. Yeah, I'm in Tulum. Marcella, what's up? You were just in Tulum. Yeah, that's where I am right now. And I'll take you guys back downstairs for those of you who are just getting here. I'm only going to show you the unit I'm sleeping in tonight, and then tomorrow and in the upcoming videos, I'll have the rest of this property that I'll be showing you guys. And so I have the pool just right out there. All of these doors open up. So during the day, I've got the local kitties, I've got the birds, I've got the butterflies, and the hammock right there overlooking it. I will be sitting here editing momentarily, pulling out the computer, doing some editing. I already tested. When I do a deep review on a property, guys, which I'm going to do tomorrow on this entire property, I hold no punches. I do everything. I'll test how long the hot water lasts. I'll check the water pressure, literally film myself in the shower so you guys can see. These are things that are hard to see on Google reviews, so I try to bring you the goods on these property reviews. Puerto Allen. Okay. Yeah. I mean, all great suggestions right there for sure. Hey, map makers in the house. Good to see you, brother. Hope you're staying warm if you're up in Canada. I've heard that they're having a record cold winter up there and throughout the Midwest, Minnesota as well. I've heard is just bitter cold. So stay warm, my friend. Have yourself an IPA. Or maybe not, maybe a stout, maybe a chocolate stout like I did in Mexico City. So for those of you just getting here, I'll show you a little bit of the outdoor space. Ash, I'll be back in PDC here in a couple days. I just wanted to make this stop down here. I was invited by the owner of this place, who is a subscriber of the channel, and I was invited down here to come stay, give my honest opinion, my honest review, and here I am. It worked out. Hey, Chris Dinardo in the house, Rebecca. Good to see you. And thanks for the feedback, guys. Yeah, I was getting a little scruffy. I needed that beard trim from Fidel. He does a really cool job of like tapering it and kind of fading it. It takes a good solid hour, but that gives me and Fidel a chance to talk and hang out, have some bro time. Barracuda, nice. Good spot. It says, yeah, you need a good woman up north right now. Yeah, you definitely need some cuddle action to tutor that love cold. So, guys, this is where the yoga magic happens, and also this is where one of the resident kitties hangs out. Um, yeah, I just had a ceviche myself, Steve. It was fantastic. I'll share that spot. I'll share that spot in the next video in the bonus material where I had the ceviche. But these kitties take turns. Hola, mi amor. I don't wanna startle you. ¿Estás bien ahí? ¿Hablas el español o el inglés, mi amor? The cat's even doing yoga up here. So we're gonna chill up here with the kitty for a little bit in the yoga. Shala. Ah, wow. Yeah, guys. Now this is what I envision life being like in Tulum. I actually found an affordable place to have ceviche, where the staff was fantastic. They even let me. Oh, kitty's doing yoga. They even let me back in the kitchen to interview the chef and the staff, and Truly, it was one of the best ceviches I've had in quite some time. The one at Buzos was really good too. I showed that in a recent video. But es bilingüe, ¿verdad? Guys, I'll share the complete info on the lodging. This is just kind of a teaser on the lodging. I'll share the complete info, the name, the pricing, the deals that I get you guys in the upcoming 2 videos. Um, hey, this guy came out of nowhere. Hey, what's up, buddy? This guy was hanging out at my place earlier. Awesome. Yeah, the cats have names, but I can't remember them all. There's like 4 cats here. So I'm up in the yoga space right here. Tomorrow I'll be actually doing some yoga. They actually offer some yoga classes through the property as well. And so I actually did not rent a car. That video is coming tomorrow. I'm going to show you guys how to save 30% on getting to Tulum. And it's actually a pretty easy trick, but if you don't know, you don't know. So that's kind of what's coming up is the Playa to Tulum journey, how to do it right, how to save some money. And then the next video will be completely dedicated to this lodging. And it's more than I can cover in just a simple live stream. I'll miss details. So it literally gets its own video. And I have to give a big shout out to Art. If you're watching this, thanks for inviting me. And no, he's not paying me to promote this place, but he did invite me to stay a couple of nights so I could give an honest review. So I am truly grateful for that opportunity, Art. Thank you, my friend. Chicken bus all day, all night. Yeah, luckily getting here for 30% cheaper did not involve a chicken bus. That's but good to see you, Bob Loblaws, in the house. Thanks for the Canada hat, by the way, my friend. I wore that a little bit of my time in Mexico City, and it seemed to help me a little bit, although there were a couple of comments yelled at me that I didn't actually catch until I uploaded a specific video, but somebody did yell an insult at me, but I take it lightly. There are high tensions in Mexico City for good reason. Colectivo is a good option and a good guess, but that's actually not how I saved 30% on the trip down here, although Colectivo is a great way to save on the trip down as well. Callie John in the house. Good to see you, my dude. Callie John is responsible for connecting me with Chino, the owner of Phantom Suites. I featured those apartments in a video, a couple months ago. Fantastic apartments. Yeah, there's a lot of. Hey, Ashley Longford is in the house, guys. Everybody, please say hi to Ashley. She was my guide, unofficial guide in Belize City. And because of her, we had a fantastic experience discovering places that I would not have found on my own. So thank you so much, Ashley. Much appreciated. I'm glad you're here. The mosquitoes, guys, do beware. They actually hurt worse in Tulum. They don't seem to itch as much, but it feels like a small pinprick actually. And they're not like Holbox where they're the size of small cats, but they're a little bigger here in Tulum. A lot of standing water in these dirt roads, so bring your bug spray from Ala Verde. Ashley's Ford, 30% off. Absolutely right. Yeah, so good to have everyone here. This is a great group. Audrey, thanks for giving the shout out to Ashley. What a fun group. Some of you have asked, "Hey, how do we know when you're going to go live?" Guys, I'm constantly traveling, I'm editing, I'm filming. I don't even know when I'm going to go live. So thank you for showing up for the impromptu lives. It's a lot of fun. Allentown, PA in the house. We got Jeff here. Awesome. I'll be around Playa in April still. Hey, what's up, Jade? Got the new handle. Nice. So I'll be in Playa, guys. I'm going to give you a little spoiler. And for those of you who tune into these lives, I like to keep you deep, deep in the know. This is stuff I don't talk about on the long form videos, but I'm highly considering a ropey world tour this low season in Playa. I spent all of, sorry, 30%. We're talking about how I got to Tulum 30% cheaper from Playa than the normal conventional way, and I'm featuring that in the next video. But guys, I'm strongly considering a ropey world tour from May to November of this coming year. The reason being, I spent last low season in Playa del Carmen. I wanted to know truly what it was like. I wanted to bring you all that info. Um, But there was a lot of sargassum. There were 3 or 4 months where I didn't swim in Playa. I had to go out to Cozumel. I know, poor me, but I did have to go out to the west coast of Cozumel to get some clean, clear water, and that made for some great content. I love the Cozumel trips. The videos I did out there were they were well received. You guys seemed to enjoy them. And so I thought, okay, two options for low season. I could move to Cozumel for 6 months, or I could go travel to Indonesia, the Philippines, Turkey, southern Italy. So let me know, guys, if you would be interested in watching that content. As a person deep in the core of my soul, I'm a traveler and an explorer. So, hey, what's up? What's up? Good to see you, man. ¿Qué onda, carnal? ¿Todo bien? So let me know, guys. Would you watch Rope Monster World Tour? Would you watch me in, say, Japan, Vietnam, Indonesia, Philippines, Thailand? A friend of mine and fellow YouTuber William Taudian is in Thailand right now, and I've had the pleasure of speaking with him over the last few days, and he's loving Thailand. He's talking about how it's 60% cheaper, everything's a third of the price. He's got a cool apartment for 400 US a month. And I love Mexico. I love Quintana Roo, and it's home. It will always be home. Playa will probably always be home. But I right there, I'm getting comments. So highly recommend Turkey. Thank you, my friend. Um, yeah, Turkey's been on my list for a long time. I've been to Greece, but didn't make it as far as Turkey. And so that's what's kind of on the agenda. 2026 is going to be an exciting year for me, for my channel, for you guys, for the community, because we're gonna go explore the entire world for 6 months is what it's looking like. But Playa del Carmen, hey, thanks, my friend. Yeah, I appreciate that. Saying same as if you were in Playa. I didn't take the train to Tulum, but also a good guess. It looks like I have you guys stumped. So please do check out the next video because within the first, I think, 8 or 9 minutes, I'm going to give away the biggest pro tip on how to get to Tulum in comfort for 30% cheaper. And nobody has guessed it yet, although there's some good alternatives like the Colectivo for sure. Colectivo is not a bad way to go, no doubt. Vancouver, BC. Yeah, I mean, I've spent a little time up there, but yeah, it's a food mecca for sure. So guys, the thing that happened in Mexico City, I would love to go deep into detail. I got some interesting footage, and let me just be transparent as I can be. There are certain things that we can get in trouble for talking about on YouTube, and also certain authorities and people we can get in trouble with, especially as YouTubers in Mexico. So as much as I love being open and transparent with you guys, what happened in Tepito was very unfortunate. I can talk a little bit about it, but not in great detail. I hired a kid through InDrive Moto to take me to Palacio de Bellas Artes. And then I said, "Hey, do you want to make an extra 500 pesos?" He seemed like a really good kid, and I think he was 20 years old, really nice kid. And he said he had familia in Tepito. So I asked him to take me to Tepito, which is El Barrio Bravo, one of the most dangerous neighborhoods in Mexico City. Everything was going fine until we got stopped by some authorities that I won't mention. I won't mention the department or anything like that, but it was not the common people. It was not protesters. Nobody tried to rob me in Tepito. I had a really good time until I didn't. And unfortunately, my driver got his motorcycle confiscated, and we had a pretty bad experience. And that's about all I can say. Luckily, I came out with no physical damages. Um, and to the people's credit, there was a woman who even tried to help me. She said she saw the whole thing. The gringo didn't do anything wrong, da da da. So the local people actually tried to stick up for me. So Viva Mexico. There's just certain people here who are still a little bit on the corrupt side. And that's all I can really say, guys. Um, I don't live in a hut. Are we best I love this comment. "You live in a hut too? Are we best friends now?" I kinda wish I lived right here in this hut, to be honest. I'm in the yoga shala of the property that I'm staying at, and this is a beautiful, beautiful place, guys. And I'll be sharing all the details. Like I said, I'm in the works with the owner and now friend of mine, Art, to see if we can give you guys a direct link to book any one of these three units. There's a penthouse, there's bungalow, loft, with while saving some money and avoiding fees through some of the middlemen. So that's what I'm working on right now for you all. Um, but yeah, some of you guys can guess what happened, of course, and who the culprits were. I can't say it with my own mouth, but unfortunately, I came out about 7,000 pesos lighter in order to get my camera back, guys. So there's always a little bit of risk and I take risk it's always calculated risk, but unfortunately, yeah, I came out a little bit lighter in the pocket but luckily got all my stuff back and I was not physically hurt. hurt. So anyway, guys, yeah, it is a good lifestyle. T. Jason says Ropey lives a good lifestyle. It's the best. It's one that I've really worked hard to attain. And that's one of the reasons I'd like to get back to doing a little bit more of the retire early theme videos that I was doing early in the channel because it is attainable. And yes, or sorry, Chris DiNardo, yes, at least I'm safe. And I'm super grateful for that. I'm safe, I'm healthy, no injuries. And I got to see a lot of Tepito. I have a lot of the motorcycle footage, and I think I'll still upload that, but I wanted to be back in Quintana Roo and away from the city before I uploaded that. And also, I won't be showing any of the actual altercation or the faces or anything like that of the culprits. So I really do have to be cautious of what I put up on YouTube. A friend of mine, a fellow YouTuber, recently got a warning for something that didn't seem worthy of a warning. So, unfortunately, as YouTubers, we have to be very careful with what we put out there. And also, I just like to keep the positive vibes. And the good takeaways were that the local people actually tried to help me. So, and a local man actually ended up giving me a ride for free after what happened because I no longer had a driver, nor did I have any cash. Yeah, 7,000 exactly. Those are the hidden costs of some of these videos, guys, where I go and take some risk. Anything like this could happen at any time. It just happened to take place in Tepito. Could have happened probably anywhere, Belize City, I'm sure. All it takes is one or two or three, or in this case, maybe five people with kind of a bad agenda. So. Hey, thank you, my friend Rob. He says, glad I came across your videos. We'll be in PDC Friday. Looking forward to check out the places you shared. Thank you, my friend. Please say hi to the staff for me. Really appreciate that. Really, really, this channel has grown to the point where it can help a lot of people. I found a gem of a restaurant here in Tulum. That'll be in the next video in the bonus material. And it felt really good after interviewing the entire kitchen staff back in the kitchen to leave them a 25% tip. I also ordered one meal to eat there and one to go. So, and that's a lot of that is just me passing along the generosity of you all supporting the channel. So it's really cool how that works. Yes, could happen in Los Angeles, could happen in Portland. I love that you mentioned that. This is not a Mexico specific thing. It could happen in an Asian country. Um, Unfortunately, corruption is everywhere in the world. All it takes is someone who's gone astray, someone who's maybe been burned and wants revenge, and it's misplaced anger. Something's not going well in life, and they take it out on another person and abuse their authority and power. It can happen anywhere, and I still think that Mexico's the one of the greatest countries in the world. And yes, so actually, TT Jason says, "Will you be filming with William Taudian again?" It is a great pleasure to say that I will be. We spoke today and yesterday, and he said he will likely be in Thailand when I'm in Thailand. So whether we cross paths in Thailand or back in Mexico or in, say, Indonesia or Turkey or anywhere else, we have the flexibility to make that happen and create content together. I think very highly of William. I think he's one of the most intelligent people I've ever met. He's well read, he's well traveled, we all know that, and he's funny, and he's also kind of a messy eater like me. A lot of you may have seen the video where I was eating on 100 pesos or less in Playa, and I had mole on my face for half the video with no shame. So, yeah, exactly, Howard. Now, that's a good point. Why don't I rent a car and come down to Tulum? Well, I am going to show you in the next video how I save 30% on getting here from Playa. And there's the hassle of renting a car. There's that aspect of it. Although I do have a friend who started a hassle-free car rental business. I'll share that in a video. But there's not only the hassle and the time cost of renting a car, there's the risk of getting pulled over. I actually got pulled over with a good friend of mine, Jim, shout out my friend. We got pulled over on our way back from Bacalar, and once again, we came out 1,000 pesos lighter than we started the day for doing absolutely nothing wrong. And when you rent a car, you put yourself at the risk of paying the hidden tax, I'll say. I'll call it the hidden tax. So, um, the 28th, Tyson, where do you think you'll be on the 28th? It's possible I'll still be in Playa that day, and maybe I can catch you guys, but I am heading to, spoiler alert, and this is why you guys watch the lives. I'm heading to Morocco for the new year. I want to spend the new year in a new country and a new continent. For me, guys, I've never been to Africa. So I'll be in Marrakesh. I'll be riding camels. I'll be camping. I'll be backpacking. I'll be sharing with you restaurants, foods, experiences, thoughts, feelings, emotions. Um, yeah, I agree. Stephanie Hicks. Thanks for being here, Stephanie. Love you so much. Thank you for always being here and being so positive and sharing your thoughts. She says renting a car right now isn't worth the stress. Completely agree. There are so many alternatives here. So yeah, Tyson, thanks my friend for thinking of me. I should be here on the 28th, but I'm kind of on standby on when I want to take my flight. It could be the 28th, could be the 29th. So maybe I'll be here in Playa in Quintana Roo up north the morning of the 28th. A rope monster Fez. Oh my goodness, Howard. If only Printify had that, it would be up on the Shopify. Guys, I will link the shop. I didn't link it in the description here. I've been doing kind of a bad job of linking the shop, but I do have some CDMX merch. I'm also, spoiler alert, working on some Tuluminati merch that should be fun and a little naughty. But we gotta have fun with the merch. Get out of here, mosquito. Ah. So we gotta have fun with the merch. That's the whole point. Yeah, Tuvu says you're almost at 20K. That is correct. We'll have to probably do the 20K party mid-January or when I get back from my travels to Morocco. Um, okay, so awesome. We got someone else going to Morocco after Bali. Sweet. And why? Maybe you can tell us why you're choosing Morocco. I'd love to hear it. Marrakesh, whereabouts in the country you're going. Zendrop, MIT recommendation versus Printify. Okay, awesome. I'll check that out. Is my top. Sorry guys, my eyes are not working. So Nicole, Nicole knows. Shout out Nicole says Zendrop is my top recommendation versus Printify. Awesome. So guys, I'm still learning about the merch stuff. I'm doing everything on my own, so it's a process. It's taken a few early wake ups for me to figure it out. TT Jason says, when's your next meetup? It's to be determined, unfortunately, because there's so much going on. I had this opportunity to come to Tulum, and it was kind of based on the schedule of the property and the bookings here. So I will announce it. I always announce them as early as possible via post, live stream, and long form video. Sophia in the house. Um, yeah. Yeah, Morocco for New Year's Eve sounds like a vibe. Absolutely, Sophia. That was my thought too, is just not only to be in a different place, but like a totally mind-blowingly different country and continent. I just want to keep growing as a person and experience new cultures, new foods. Because Mosquito. How do you know you're in the best and the most correct place for you if you haven't gone, to, 100 countries or 80 countries? It's hard to say. I have fell in love with Playa del Carmen and Mexico, but especially after talking with William recently and talking about the cost of things, and um, William just spent quite a bit of time in Tulum. He spent a lot of time in Puerto Vallarta, where I used to live, and also in Playa del Carmen, where I currently live. And so he knows what he's talking about. And when he talks about Thailand, it really excites me. And when he talks about Southeast Asia and how cheap the flights are from country to country, it's interesting. Um, Beautiful Life says, I really enjoyed the video in the amusement park. I thought it was crazy cool how you didn't give up really when they told you you couldn't get in. Yeah, I almost gave up, and something told me, like always, to just keep going. It's kind of like when you're digging for gold or a lost item. You never know when that next shovel of dirt's going to be the one that reveals what you want. So I was just like, I'm just going to see what I can do here. So thank you for sharing that. We got Bill the Traveling Man. Be good for you to go to Thailand. I'm watching a lot of videos from the area right now. Everything is cheap and looks like a real good vibe. Yeah, the food too, man. I mean, I love to eat. That's no secret. Um, I did not, Tim, but thank you for asking. So I did not buy a new drone. I am going to go up to the DJI shop in the hotel zone at La Isla in Cancun for one last little DJI spending spree before Morocco. But you cannot bring drones into Morocco right now. It is a drone-free country. You can risk it, you can try, but they could confiscate it, throw it away, hold it, or even worse, fine or even arrest. So you got to know the drone laws. So I didn't splurge for the extra drone. I did buy a new piece of gear that I have borrowed and used in the past, which is a DJI neck collar, like an Osmo collar, and you can clip the camera right here. So if I'm out riding camels or driving a Jeep or a scooter or a moped or a motorcycle or whatever, I can still be filming. And then also I can get that footage and still film the A roll and have this for B roll. So I think I'll grab another Action 5 Pro camera if they have them, and then grab that collar is in the mail. It's going to get to my place in like 2 or 3 days. Thank you so much for the feedback. Mad Max says, looking forward to the Asia videos as I'm sitting here crisscross, basically on the floor practicing for Japan. Uh, so I appreciate that so much. Hi from freezing cold Iowa, Brandon and Jesse. Hey, good to see you guys. Awesome. Thanks for being here. Really cool group. Really cool to be doing a live from Tulum. This is the first live stream, the maiden voyage live stream from Tulum. And I'm really enjoying my time down here, guys, actually. I haven't tried the 360 camera, but wow, I have seen one in action. Shout out to Playa Canucks, a small channel but good friends. Mark and Melanie Playa Canucks. Love you guys. Mark came to the subscriber meetup at Jorge's Quesadillas, also known as Tacos and Tortas Donatello, and he had the 360 cam and he was showing me his toy. And I could not believe that thing, he had it pointed completely opposite direction of us, and we were talking as if we're talking into the camera. I was like, "Hey, Mark, I don't think you got us in the shot, bro." And he's like, "No, no, no, we're in the shot. You can take it and kind of edit what you want in the frame later on." I was like, "No way." So pretty cool. I can't answer that for sure, CMFE experience, but CMFE says, "Will I have a problem bringing my DJI Mini 4 Pro through the Cancun airport?" I've never had a problem, but I've heard of people having to pay a percentage of the value of the drone. So keep a receipt from maybe a cheaper drone. If you can get your hands on a receipt for a cheaper drone like a DJI Neo, and then claim that that's the value of that drone, and you do get caught, then maybe you're paying way less. I know that might not seem ethical, but not everything is ethical in Mexico, um, as I repeatedly discover. But I've gone through the Cancun airport coming in from Colombia, coming in from the US, with my drone, and I've never been stopped. I usually opt to go through the self processing booth where you just scan your passport and you go through the booth, and then you pretty much just walk right through. Um, Brandon, we got when will the Mexico City video be up with the controversy issues you had? So I was talking about that a little bit earlier. I can upload the motorcycle footage, and then I did film an outro that to me seems pretty safe. But YouTube is more strict than ever, guys, on handing out warnings on certain topics. So I'm trying to be very careful and cautious of how I edit that. But I do have the footage, and luckily, yes, I got my camera back. It ended up costing me the value of the camera to get the camera back, 7,000 pesos, but at least I got the camera back with the footage still on there. I just had to show that there was nothing incriminating to anyone on the camera on the videos, and of course had to pay up, and I got the camera back. Um, Absolutely, John. Great question. I am coming back to Playa after Morocco. I'm not going to start the Ropey World Tour. Why is that? Well, it's because Playa, there's nowhere else I'd rather be in the world between late November and late April than Playa del Carmen. The weather's perfect, the climate's perfect. All right, guys, I'm leaving the yoga shala for now. I'm going to go back down to my lodging. Ah, crisscross applesauce. That long hurts. That's why I need to do yoga. Shout out to Ina, my yoga instructor. This is what I get for missing a month of classes traveling around. Ina is a fantastic yoga teacher. Um, but yes, I'm coming back to Playa. It's my favorite place in the world for those 6 months out of the year. Hands down. The sargassum season, low season can be a little brutal and honestly a little lonely when everyone leaves. All my friends go back to Europe or wherever, Canada, the US. And then I'm just kind of there with the 7 or 8 people we have left to play volleyball with. All right, guys, heading back down. I did a nice chapuzon into this pool earlier. Yeah, Stacy, I don't know how you guys are enduring. Share, guys, if you're in Canada, where in Canada you are, and um how you're enduring the cold. Hey, the mini 714 is in the house. I'm glad you made it to the first live from Tulum. I've got this whole jungle villa to myself. And to catch you all up who are just getting here, I'm going to be showing this entire villa, including the penthouse, in the upcoming 2 videos. And also a gem of a restaurant that I found this evening by chance. So this is where I'm staying tonight. Yeah, fantastic accommodations. I love the loft vibe. There is an air conditioning unit down here and upstairs. No pool tricks. um, no, that pool is a little dangerous for pool tricks. Um, but I did do a chapuzon, at least a nice head first dive in there. I'll throw that in the video for sure. Um, I just got a message from my buddy Efrain. I just saw that come through on WhatsApp. My buddy from the Isla Mujeres food video. He was eating shirtless in the restaurant, and he had a little shame to be shirtless in the video in the restaurant. So I just took my shirt off too. It was a pretty cool moment. Stacy says today was slushy. The weekend will suck. Frozen eyelashes for sure. Guys, I think I have to run here in a little bit. I made a promise to a friend who's kind of going through some things that I would give him a call this evening, and he is a true friend and former high school basketball teammate. So we go way back. Um, so we got Sask was quite balmy at -3 today, but last week was -35 average. That's insane, guys. -10 back home. Regina, Saskatchewan in the house, and it feels like -20. That's insane, guys. Let me know, how are you enduring that? What's your protocol when you go out to take the trash out? Do you like tie a rope around your ankle in a whiteout so you don't lose your way back home? I have spent time in northwestern Montana during times like that, -30. So I remember what it was like, but actually probably not -30, but pretty cold, with the frozen lake. I was mostly a guard and a wing in high school. Was that Robert with the question there? Robert Helms in the house. Good to see you, my friend. Shout out to the family. Yeah, Robert's you're a basketball coach, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, so in middle school, I was this size, so I was playing power forward. I always wore number 30 for Rasheed Wallace. And I played center even. And then I kind of stopped growing and I started playing small forward. So yeah, wing pretty much, and then shooting guard, and then retired. I did not go on to play college ball. My buddy, who I'm about to call, did go on to play D2 ball, and still to this day at 37, he's actually 2 months older than me, still kicking butt. Against some pretty good players, so it's impressive. We all age a little different. His knees fared better than mine, and his ankles for that matter. We got Michelle in the house. Good to see you. Good to see you. Awesome. Mescla, Godzilla, and La Organica. Good plans right there. You're not gonna regret any of those spots. They're all top picks for sure. Vancouver, 15 Celsius and sunny. That doesn't sound too bad. That sounds great. So Vancouver is where I would, if I had to choose a place in Canada, that would be the one right there. So guys, um I won't be fluffy. We just talked about that, but I think before you got here, I'll be in Morocco if all goes to plan on New Year's Day, New Year's Eve. I'll be in a new country on a new continent, bringing you guys new, fresh content. Um, so I won't be there, unfortunately, for New Year's this year. I was there last year. It was a lot of fun. And it's not a bad place to be, that's for sure. So, guys, I'll leave you with one last view of the property here. And like I said, upcoming videos are going to be covering my journey down here to Tulum, how I saved a lot of money, and a few pro tips and kind of hacks on getting down here comfortably. Um, Stacy says, nice. We require videos from Morocco. Of course, I won't leave you in the dark. I mean, Ropey on the camel, riding around on a camel, hanging out in the desert, camping is going to be a lot of fun, no doubt. And there should be some fun merch coming, inspired Morocco inspired merch. The fresh CDMX merch is pretty cool too. It's got me hanging out the window of a 56 Chevy with the Palacio de Bellas Artes Latino Torre Latinoamericana in the background. So I've got that merch as well. But yeah, Stylist in the house. Good to see you, Stylist Dean. Yeah, I hate to miss any of you guys because I know a lot of you are arriving late December, early January. But like I said, I'm a traveler at heart, and I have to take these types of trips to places that I've never been to so that I can stay um intrigued, you know, and learn some new cultures and new foods. Yeah, I'll leave you with one last view of this. For those of you who are just arriving, we were doing a lot of the live stream up here, and feel free to go back and watch it once it's uploaded. We were doing a lot of the live stream up in this yoga shala, and they do offer yoga classes here. It's a really cool property. Hey, my friend, we got JMC in the house, says thanks for the content. Hello from Edmonton. Awesome. Um, Dr. D Sunny says, I can't wait for the Morocco content. Does Ronaldo get to go? And no, Morocco is not a drone friendly country. It's one of the handful of countries where you can't even ask for a permit or register Ronaldo. And so that's actually really sad to me because imagine the drone shots, but I still got to go. I'm probably going to rock a collar mounted camera on the camel rides and a camera in hand. So I'll still have some nice dynamic shots with some B-roll. Um, but unfortunately, probably no drone footage unless I can finesse something, unless I can speak with someone there who owns a drone who I could potentially, pay to borrow. There's always a workaround, like you saw in the carnival video with the Ferris wheel, the roller coaster. They told me the park was closed. Moments later, I'm on the Ferris wheel and then I'm on the roller coaster and I'm eating Kansas City barbecue. So you miss all the shots you don't take. I'll still be trying to find a way to get drone shots, drone footage, as long as I'm the one piloting the drone. One thing I never do is pay someone or use stock drone footage. if I don't film it, I don't use it. I think that keeping a channel real and authentic for me means that I flew the drone. I got the footage. It's my footage. I'm not going to pay anyone for their footage. And so I was able to even get footage of the pyramids at Teotihuacan, which is you cannot enter the park with a drone. But if you fly from outside of the park, you can still get shots of the air balloons and the pyramids. So I don't give up. That should be understood by now. And so I'll try to figure it out, guys. Yes, Stacy, I love a good treehouse. The advantage of a 360 camera with a long selfie stick, it looks like a drone. That's a good point, Troy. I might have to pick one of those up with the long stick. Also, on thanks, Stacy. Love it. Also, I got distracted by Stacy there, guys. Um, Also, though, I think if you enter some of these countries with too many cameras, I think William has talked about this, but if you enter a country with like a big Sony with lenses and two or three other cameras, they also try to charge you extra or give you crap. So it's my hat goes off to channels like Jumping Places. Chris and Carolina love those that couple. They're legendary travel channel. Check them out if you haven't seen Jumping Places. They figure out all the regulations, all the rules, and they constantly get into countries with their drone. And I know that Chris and or Carolina are putting in the work to get in there. Like Vietnam is not, it's a little strict with drones. Japan is quite strict with drones, yet in Morocco, Chris and Carolina from Jumping Places seem to have footage from Morocco, if I'm not mistaken, when they were on the coast of Morocco. So I will reach out to them and see if Chris responds. He's actually responded to me in the past when I have camera questions. So what a guy he is, and a talented, smart guy. So I'll reach out to him before the Morocco trip and see how exactly he got the drone in there. So anyway, guys, much appreciated. I appreciate each and every one of you being here. This is just a preview of this property, but like I said, I'm working currently on getting you guys a deal with a direct link on the upcoming two videos to stay here at a discount and avoid fees on the third party platforms, and also get a much more unique property as we look up this kind of Indiana Jones stairway, a much more unique property than a lot of the others. This place really stands out amongst the rentals that I've stayed at and seen in Tulum. So, guys, I'll leave you with that, and I will once again cross this little bridge to my abode, my beautiful loft, and I'll be speaking with a good buddy and then editing for the rest of the night. And I will see you guys very, very soon. And yeah, to all of you who caught the live, Jill Ayers in the house. So good to see you. Have a great night, Jill. Really appreciate you. You got Toluminati's. Yeah, look out for that Toluminati merch. It will be shirtless. Not sure if there'll be a Speedo involved or not. Sorry, not sorry. Anyway, guys, see you all. I just got a message from Ephraim. He says I'm famous now. That video from Isla Mujeres, the food video. I think if I had to guess, it has probably close to 8,000 views, and he says he's famous now. The power of YouTube, guys. Gotta love it. So many people are now famous. Julian, Randy the Diver, Ava, anyone who's been in the videos. So anyway, guys, good night, sweet dreams, sleep well. See you guys in the next one. Coming soon from Tulum. I've got a series of at least 2 videos coming, if not more. See you guys later on. Much love. Rope Monster out. Life is good today, guys. Wow, wow, wow. Am I blessed? Great to see everybody. Stylist, Chow Chow, Margaret, Matt, Nos vemos.